When we walk through many neighborhoods, we see it. A pile of waste at the corner of the street, plastic bags in drainage channels, household waste dumped on empty land. Over time, it has become normal. But here is the problem. Waste does not disappear because we stop looking at it. It accumulates, it spreads, and eventually, the entire neighborhood begins to pay the price. So let's talk about the risk attached to informal waste disposal. Informal waste disposal happens when communities lack reliable waste collection systems. If garbage trucks never arrive, residents are left with limited options. So waste ends up in vacant plots of land, roadside piles, drainage channels, and nearby rivers or streams. Sometimes people burn the waste. Sometimes they dump it overnight. But the root problem is rarely individual behavior. It is service failure. When waste collection systems break down, informal disposal fills the gap. Improperly disposed waste becomes a breeding ground for disease vectors like mosquitoes, flies, and rodents. These organisms thrive in decomposing waste, and they are not harmless. Mosquitoes spread diseases such as malaria. Flies transfer bacteria from waste to food. Rodents spread infections through contaminated surfaces. So when waste accumulates near homes, the exposure risk increases for everyone. One of the most immediate consequences of informal dumping is blocked drainage. Plastic bags, food packaging, and discarded containers, all of it ends up in drainage channels. When rainfall comes, water cannot flow properly. Instead of draining away, it begins to accumulate. This is why some neighborhoods experience flooding even during moderate rainfall. Not because the rain is extreme, but because the drainage system has been clogged with waste. And when flood water mixes with garbage, the contamination spreads even further. Waste dumping also damages local ecosystems. Plastic waste breaks down slowly, releasing microplastics into soil and water. Organic waste decomposes and releases methane, a powerful greenhouse gas. Toxic materials from electronics and batteries can leak into the ground. This contamination can reach groundwater sources that communities depend on. What begins as a neighborhood dumping site can become an environmental hazard. Informal waste sites also change how neighborhoods function. Accumulated waste reduces property values. Public spaces become unusable. Children lose safe places to play. And overnight, neglect becomes normalized. This creates a dangerous pattern. When waste accumulates in one location, more people begin to dump waste there. The pile grows. And what began as a small disposal site becomes a permanent landfill. This is how environmental decline becomes embedded in urban spaces. The solution is not simply telling people to stop dumping waste. Communities need systems that make proper disposal possible. That means reliable waste collection services, accessible community waste bins, recycling and waste separation programs, and local enforcement against illegal dumping. But it also requires community participation. When residents protect shared spaces, neighborhoods remain healthier. Waste management is one of the clearest indicators of how well a city functions. When waste is managed properly, communities thrive. And when it is ignored, risks multiply, because environmental health always begins at the neighborhood level. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one.